Hi guys, I'm Jerusha and you're watching JerushaCouture TV. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what happened. That is just out of control. It's absolutely out of control. The last video was a tag video started by the beautiful Miss Shea Whitney, and my version of it got completely out of hand on my comments, mainly because of a absolutely stupid comment that I said in the beginning of my video. The whole video took focus on that point, that stupid comment, rather than the fact that the tag was really great. A lot of you wrote comments saying, oh my gosh, thank you for being honest about bags, this and that. If you don't know and you haven't seen it in the comments, they kind of exploded and unraveled, all based around a stupid comment that I made. I have said it before in a video, hence the reason I say that. In my TMI tag years ago, I said the same line, and it is the dumbest line ever. How stupid it is I heard it from like Kim Kardashian. That's how dumb it is. She like said it once and I just said it. I was being a complete sassy cow. Like I was just being a stroppy cow, like just acting. You guys, there is no way I think that tattoos are stupid. I don't think tattoos are horrible or cheap. I don't think that at all. It's just a dumb, stupid saying that you say, you know, bumper stickers aren't made to be on a Bentley, blah, blah, blah. I don't think I'm a Bentley. That is not it. After all these years, hopefully you know who I am as a person. That is not it. Someone wrote, oh my God, she thinks she's a Bentley, and then at the end of the video, she calls herself a moose. What, you know, why? And so I was like, don't call yourself a moose. I absolutely am joking around. No one can take a joke or just like something. It's not even my saying, but it's like no one can even take that kind of opinions or things being said anymore in a sassy kind of way as a joke these days. It's all serious. Like I got an email this morning saying, you know, you're an influencer, you're a role model, you should think before you speak. By no means did I mean to offend any of my subbies or anyone who's my friend with tattoos. You guys rock. Tattoos are amazing. They are an art form. They are a way of preserving thoughts and feelings. Maybe someone you've lost or something like that. I would never be offensive to any of my subbies in that way. A person wrote to me on Facebook saying that I was horrible and that they're unsubscribing to me and they really hate who I am, and somebody else wrote in a comment, because of the tonality that I'm putting in videos lately, she's like, I agree with that lady who said what you said, basic bitch, with Michael Kors. Jesus! This world has become so sensitive. I never started the basic bitch quote. I never started that. There are a million different influencers and YouTubers who say that sort of stuff all the time. That's what they base their channels on, creating like drama and stuff. I'm not like that. That's not me. This is me. Just normal, everyday girl sitting in front of a camera, and I don't mean that. And when my mum and I said that on the camera, or mum said it, it was because I was joking about it in Michael Kors when she wanted to get a wallet, which she ended up getting. So obviously I don't think that. I do not think that about any luxury brand, and I'm not trying to offend you or put anyone down or up. It's just mind-numbing how people would think that I would try to be like that. I never am trying to offend anyone. If I make stupid, sassy comments, it's just entertainment. I'm just being a fool. Like, honestly, that's all I was doing. So, whoa. You slow up. Everyone take a chill pill. Please relax. You don't need to email me telling me I'm a role model and I need to take it easy and watch what I say. That's ridiculous. I'm just a YouTuber. That's all it is. I can't have that much influence that I then make someone go and remove a tattoo because I say something stupid like that. And it's not even my saying. I did not make it up. I was just being a sassy cow. Look, to be honest, a lot of my subbies were like, what? You guys, chill out. That's not Jerusha. I was just thinking, oh my God, thank you. Like, of course that's not me. I'd never I would never think that. I would never put you down. You do you. You know I always say that, so I am proud of who you are. I am proud of who I am, and if it's your choice, then that be it. It's completely fine, and yeah. But that is that. I'm going to move on today to another tag, actually, because I'm so behind on tags. So I'm going to quickly fit in this tag, and this is a tag from my gorgeous Minnie. She tagged me to do this tag, and she kind of bought it back. I think it was a tag that was around for a little while, so she bought it back. But it's good. As I say, it gets us thinking. It gets the juices flowing as to what's going on in our collections. So this is the 5 most least used luxury items in your collection or in anything to do with shoes, handbags, luxury clothing, whatever. So I have chosen some items. Yes, I'm sure you probably know what a few of these are because I've mentioned them in the last couple of videos, and I do actually talk about it quite a lot. So the first item, which I had mentioned a couple of videos ago for the same reason, the least used, is my Chanel vintage classic double flap in the lambskin leather with the 18 karat gold plated hardware. And it is very, very vintage. So you can see all the puffiness is pretty much gone out of the diamond quilting there. And this one was made in France, so it has the stamping in the hardware, which is really, really pretty. This was my first ever purchase of a Chanel item, pre-loved. I got this off the pre-love market, and I actually never mentioned. I do think I leave the seller below. If you ever want to know who I use for my resale, off the resale market from Japan sellers, I always list the names of my reputable eBay sellers below that I use, that my authenticator uses, and authenticates everything for me through that. And I don't know if I mentioned these guys in them, but this is Tokyo Atlantis. Is it? Or is it Atlantis Tokyo? Atlantis Tokyo. They have the most phenomenal consignment store on eBay. Their stuff is in absolutely immaculate condition. If you're really worried about smells and stuff like that, go with these guys. Their prices are a little bit higher for consignment, but honestly, everything is in really good condition. And this was an old bag. I think this is a 91 or even later than that, a 25 series. So I don't even know if people know out there. I think it's like, yeah, it's like, I think it might be 89. It might be more than that. This is definitely my #1 most least used bag. I would say I've probably used my other bag I'm going to show you, which is my Gucci, more even recently than I have used this. I've tried to say in the last video, the luxury handbag tag video, as to why. I'm definitely sure it's just because it's small, and I want to say small, but I use my boy and that would probably be the same size, so I'm not quite sure. I just don't gravitate towards it. I don't think it's because necessarily of the size or anything. I just, do you know what, to be honest, when you have that choice weekly or every 2 weeks of bag, there's other ones that I love more. That sounds really mean to say that in front of the bag. And at the time, I will tell you what I paid. I paid, I want to say, I think $1,000 US. Yeah, $1,000 US. And I bought this in 2012 because that was the year I got married, and I got it as a wedding gift to myself. And then, as I just said and have mentioned before in the luxury handbag tag, this would be, I want to say, the same sort of least amount used, but this is my Gucci Boston Sulkey bag in the interlocking GG fabric and the actual tanned leather trim. And I bought this. This is my first ever luxury handbag purchase from Gucci. I bought this in Hong Kong, and it turned out to be, the exchange rate turned out, the conversion turned out to be $1,200. And yeah, that was pretty huge for me. At the time I was like, wow, you know, I was definitely sure. I took it all around the world with me on a world trip I did, and it was amazing with crossbody and shoulder and crook of the arm options. It's a ginormous bag, like so, and it just opens to kind of a big frog mouth like that. Bit of a Mary Poppins bag. It's got a really nice polyamide lining so you can wipe away. It's got one zipper compartment. Gucci is made so well. If you're considering your first ever luxury purchase, Gucci is such a good starter brand. Firstly, their prices for luxury come in a little bit under what you get for Vuitton or Chanel. And they come a little bit under, and it's so well made. You're always gonna have quality, and it's gonna last the distance. So unfortunately, I don't gravitate towards it. I might in the future. I was thinking of letting it go, but for sentimental reasons, I'm not. The third item is a pair. I'm gonna say these are least used, definitely in the shoe category. Mainly they least used my Chanel Espadrilles in Beige Clair with the black cap toe and CC logo there on the front. These are least used out of the two because I use my black so much more. And the answer for that is because I have not broken these in properly. I used to say you don't have to break espadrilles in, which you don't necessarily. Sometimes it might work quicker than other times. My black ones just broke in so quickly, and I call them true to size. I don't say you have to size up. For espadrilles, these are 39s. I'm a 39. I don't have to go to a 40. In some other shoes, I have to go to a 40. Because they break in, they're kind of like slippers. These, however, didn't break in as quickly, and they're a little bit tight across the bridge. So because I have the black option, I'm just like, I'll just wear my black. So it's kind of like a lazy, haven't broken them in. So the other day I was like, I'm definitely going to take them to the cobbler, and I'm going to get them to stretch them so that I do get more use out of them, because I love my espadrilles. I could live in them. I don't find them uncomfortable. I don't think they're like a cruise shoe for just, you know, minimal wear. I think for me especially, they're a great investment for me. That's for a shoe that costs about 900 Australian dollars, 980. I think that is such a good investment for me because I wear them. Completely contradicting myself, I don't wear these enough, but I will once I get them stretched out. The next item is in this box, so my fourth item, and this is actually such a good item that I chose because I really thought about them. I was like, no, I'm gonna really think through this because it's good for you to think through the answers as well, like what is my least used and why. And I don't know if it has to be a certain length of time. I mean, the two bags are like, they're long. That's a long amount of time that I haven't used them. But there might be other reasons for a shorter amount of time. But in this dust bag is my, wait for it, Dragonne strap from Louis Vuitton. This is the Vachette Dragonne strap from Louis Vuitton that I got, I think I got it now 2 years ago. I took you on a wild goose chase vlog to the Maison store Louis Vuitton in George Street here in Sydney to get this guy. They couldn't find it. It was listed as a spare part. It was somewhere in the boutique, but they couldn't actually get their hands on it. In the end of that vlog, I do get my hands on it, and it is so gorgeous. Mine has patinaed beautifully. I can show the inside a little bit there. It's still pale and down there. But yeah, definitely least used. I don't clip it on too much anymore. The most thing I clipped it on, the most use I got out of it when I was clipping it, sorry, to the outside of my multi-clay and holding my multi-clay by it. But then I started to get really paranoid that it would fall off. There is a trigger, the hook. The claw clasp is a trigger hook, and God knows how that would just automatically fall off. But I started thinking, oh my gosh, it's just gonna fall off and I'm not gonna be able to find it, and I'm just gonna walk away and it would have fallen off my keys and I would have lost it. That thought started to cross my mind, so I took it off my multi-clay, put it back in its box with its little Polaroid picture, and never used it again. I know, I am listing this as one of my least used items because, look, I least use it, or at least I feel like I don't gravitate towards it. This is my new from the boutique Chanel Wok in the classic caviar diamond quilting black with the gold hardware. This is the most uber classic configuration of this wallet on chain you can get, acronym WOK. And it is stunning. It is absolutely beautiful. I think for the price point of this wallet on a chain, it is high. I definitely came out thinking, okay, this is a classic situation. I have purchased a classic item. So at any time, you know, I'm playing it safe. I've played it really safe. At any time I'm not sure about it or it doesn't fit my lifestyle, blah, 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 I can resell, and it's classic. It's not as if I've gone out and bought, you know, the beautiful metallic mermaid with the, like, you know, the mermaid oil, sort of oil effect chain and things like that won't sell as easy as a classic piece. I was like, this is classic, it would resell, so I've played it really safe. However, I have seen it mentioned a few times lately on other people's videos. You know, there's been a few reviews on this. There's been a few people saying, oh, you know, I'm not sure in my collection anymore. I don't know if this bag suits my collection. And I sit there and I watch the videos and I'm like, yes, girl, that's so true. I don't know if it suits my collection either. And am I using it enough, especially for the price point? But the thing that I get stuck on every time is it's not a bag. So many people say, I'm not sure if this bag is for me, it doesn't suit me. It's not a bag. That's why it's not a bag at all. It is definitely a wallet. It is 100% if you want to say bag, that's fine, but say clutch bag or say small clutch, because you can only fit essentials inside of here, and it is made with card slots so that you can fit your cards and essentials that make up a wallet. It is definitely not a bag. If you go into thinking that this is going to be a bag for you, you will be utterly disappointed, because it's not. I went into this fair knowing that this was definitely not going to hold much more than my essentials, and that was okay, because I wanted this as sort of, you know, a mummy essential thing where I have my phone and my keys and a couple of coins and things I need like that, or my wallet needs, and then I would have my baby bag as well. So I went into this knowing that it wasn't a bag. It was not going to hold, you know, the world down inside there. It's really a small, incredibly compact, I would say, clutch situation. So anyway, I'm gonna put this as my fifth item. I'm still on the fence. It's such a classic piece, and I feel like the same sort of way like about my classic vintage double flap. So yeah, but that is my Chanel wallet on a chain. So that brings me to the end of this tag video. Thank you so much, Minnie, for tagging me in this 5 least used luxury items tag. She brought this tag back around to life, and it's really great. So I do hope you guys do this tag. It's fantastic. I would like to tag my beautiful Jen G, and I would like to tag the Luxe Babe to do this video. I would love to see what you girls have to say as your least used items. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Please, again, I do apologize. I did not mean to offend anyone in my last video. That was not the case at all. I was just being silly. 100% silly. That is it. Nothing more, nothing less. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already and you wish to do so, guys, that would be really great. I will see you in my next video. Take care. Peace.